Alright, so this video is to show you how to assemble your plane. This should be what your paper looks like after you have graphed the lines, and you should have them labeled by their letter. Okay, so like this is line A, this is line C, this is line D. This is how all your lines should look. They should go through the entire graph and they should all be labeled by their letter. If your paper does not look like this, you need to stop here, go back and check your work, and graph your lines again. If they're not labeled, you need to go back and label them by letter. So until your paper looks like this, you cannot assemble your plane. Okay? So if your paper does look like this, we can go ahead and start. And your assembly directions are on this paper, so I'm just going to go down the list. First one says cut across the whole paper along line A. So here's where line A should be, this horizontal line at the top, y equals 18. So you're going to take your scissors and cut across this whole line. So again, you just cut that top part off. I'll give you time to do that. Alright, the second part says fold the top right corner down, creasing along line B. So this is why it's important that we label these lines. So once you've labeled them, you see this is line B, and we're going to fold across it. So put your finger in the middle of line B and fold it across your finger like this. Oops, mine's not quite right. There we go. So fold across that line. You can open it up and make sure that it's folded across that line. Go ahead and do that. Alright, now you're going to fold the top point down, creasing along line, fold the top left corner down, creasing along line C. So this is line C right here, and we're just going to fold it just like we did this side across that line. And make sure that you open it up and see that it's creasing along that line. So here's how your paper should look. Let me put something underneath it so you can see. There we go. Alright, then we are going to fold the top point down. The top point they're talking about is this, creasing along line D. Now, line D is this horizontal line right here. So you're going to leave these folded down and fold it across that line. It should be like this. See, here's my line D. Fold it down across that. And this is how yours should look now. So we were here, just fold it down across this line. Alright, next, step 5 says fold the top left corner down, creasing along line E. Sorry, that's the lunch bell. Alright, so here's line E. You're going to fold across it. So I put my finger where this line E crosses this and fold it like this along line E. so. So it's here, here's line E, you fold it across. Alright, step 6, fold the right corner down, creasing along line F. So here's line F, we're going to fold across that line. And you can see, let me make this a little better, that my middle, these two corners right here, this one and this one should kind of touch right here. So again, here's our paper, here's line F, we're going to fold across. This is what it should look like. Here's what my middle looks like up close. Alright, so here's where it gets tricky. Part 7 says fold up the little center so that it traps the flaps down and secures your folds in place. So it's talking about this little piece. Maybe yours is longer than mine and maybe it's pointier, more pointy. I don't know how to say that. But anyways, you're going to fold up that middle piece just to where it secures these two flaps. It doesn't have to be a big deal. See, mine's not even holding it. If yours doesn't hold it, that's fine. See, I just flipped it up a little bit. It was like this. Now I just folded it up. And if you want to refold to make sure that this holds in your folds, you can. Let me do that. I'm just going to make this a little longer. You don't have to do this part. There we go. Now mine holds it better. Maybe. Okay. I'll give y'all time to do that. Alright, the next part, part 8, says flip the whole paper and fold along line G. Now line G, you can't really see mine, is this middle line. It's your y-axis, okay? That's line G. So it says fold across line G, turning the blank sides of the paper inside. Turning the blank sides of the paper, that's talking about this one, inside. Then hold it so the labels for H and K are readable. So here's what you're going to do. This is how your plane should look. Flip it over. And you can see where line G, your y-axis is. Basically fold it in half. So again, flip it over where the plain side's showing, fold it in half. Like this. And then you can see your line H right here. Step 9 says fold down the left side, creasing along line H. So once you folded it in half, this line H, turn it sideways like this. And see line H, we want to fold down across it. Just one side of your plane. Fold across line H like this. So it's right here, fold across this line. Alright, flip your plane entirely over. So once you have folded down that wing, flip it like this. And now fold this side along line I, like so. Okay, so it was like this. Fold across this line. Alright, last step, have your plane like this. Okay, when you flip it over, you can see line J right here, or you can see a line right here. Let me show you this line. Flip your wing up across this line, like this. So it's right here, flip it across that line. Alright, flip your plane over, completely over. And then you see this line right here, flip that wing across that line. So it's right here, just flip this little wing out right here. Alright, now pick your plane up. And you can see that we have now made your paper airplane. So here's what the top should look like. The sides. Pretty nifty. And now we're going to fly it.